posture video, you need a block. Now, if you don't have a block, that's okay. You can use a pillow, something about this size, but you do want it to be a little hard. Also, you could use a soft foam roller, or you could use 2 rolled up blankets. So you could take a blanket and roll it up like this, and then stick another one on top of it. Now, if you do have a block, you might want to also use a blanket and put it over it. I like to do that, so I'm going to show it like that. And that's actually how we're going to start. It might be a little different than something you've done before, but this is really great posture work. And we're going to start with this, and then we'll move into some other things. So you're going to set this up. And so you've got your blanket over the block if you want to, or you've just got your block, your pillow, or 2 blankets. And you take your hip bones, so here's my hip bones, and they're going to go to the edge of whatever you've got, the edge. So I'm going to show that as best as I can here. So my hip bones are going to the edge right here. That's going to lay my stomach over it, so it will feel a little bit awkward. You're going to lay your stomach over it. And we will sit and breathe here for 4 breaths. So I'm going to do it with you. So once you've got there, sit and breathe, come over, drape it over. You can have your hands here in front of you. Wherever it feels comfortable, relax your shoulders. There's 1. Try to relax your stomach. You might feel like your stomach is doing a heartbeat. That's pretty normal. That beat, that's okay. See if you can feel breath in your stomach. So you might feel it expand. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. You get to come up. I know it's nice and funky. And you can move the block away, and we go into what is I'll use a lot in yoga, and it's a cat-cow. So your hands are on the ground, and you exhale, pull navel to spine. Inhale, looking up and back. Exhale, pull navel to spine. And you drop your head. Big exhale, pull navel to spine. And then inhale, look up. We do that 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale. And then straighten back up. Now we're going to come into single arm lifts. You can do this in your all fours, or you can do this in a plank position. And what it is your arms are lifting straight out in front of you, palm stays down, so it looks like this. And then you put it down. We'll do 10, so I'm going to show you in plank 2. Let's do it together. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Remember, you can do this on all fours too. 6, 5, you can do it. 4, 3, try to keep your hips steady. 2, and 1. Great, and then take a moment to release that. Sit back, palms go straight out in front of you. As if you're still in your plank, you're gonna retract and protract your shoulders. I'm gonna turn around so you can see what that is. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and then move them away from each other. Strong hands right here. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and then move them away from each other. Just like there's something you're sort of pressing with your hands. And away 2 more times. Keep that chin tucked in. If you've been watching my other videos, it talks about that. And away. Good, and then just release. Shake it out. Big inhale, big exhale. Good, we're going into a upper back stretch. You want to be on the knees or standing. If you're on the knees, please make sure it's padded. Be kind to your knees. You can tuck your toes behind you if that feels more comfortable, or you can leave the toes down a little bit harder. Hands will be right here. Press down onto your sacrum. So that's right where your hands are in the lower part of the back. Your fingertips face the ground. Your elbows will wing back a tiny bit, and you're just going to lift your heart. Now, this doesn't have to be a lot. So I'm going to show you from this angle. Stay here to breathe. If you wanted to go further, you can, but I find this little bit to be nice because you're trying to lengthen your upper back. Inhale and exhale. Now as you come up, feel like you can get a little bit taller. Inhale to come all the way up and exhale. Good. We'll do a few ab core exercises because core is really important to posture. I'm going to use the block since we are using it, but you don't have to use the block. You could use something else in between your legs. We're going to place the block in between the inner thighs going this way. If you're using something else, you want to place it so that your knees are still pretty much in alignment with the hips, so not too wide is basically what it is. And you're leaning back here. You're going to flex through your feet so you've got this squeeze in your block. Hands are right here behind your head. Inhale to lift it up. As you exhale, pull navel to spine, squeeze the blocks, move your knees away from your hips just about 2 inches. Inhale, you come back in, but you keep your head up. Squeeze the block, pull navel to spine. Now try to curl your tailbone a little bit, flatten your back, and move your knees away on the exhale. Inhale back in. Squeeze the block, curl the tailbone, exhale, move knees away. Maybe you can get shoulder blades higher on that exhale. Inhale back in. We'll do that 2 more times. So you squeeze the block. Now you try to flatten your back on the ground. That's curling your tailbone, and you go a little bit out. If you don't have anything in between, you still want to keep this hip width distance and have a little squeezing in. Inhale. Lower the back by exhaling and pull navel to spine. Pull, 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 pull. It's really nice and strong. Inhale back. Oop. And one more time, like you're squeezing something here. If you don't have it, flatten your back. And release. Go and bring your knees, your feet down. Just take a breather, deep breath in. And big exhale. We'll do some bridges. Bridges are good for the core, they're good for the glutes, and they're good for the posture. Now really focus on your head here. Make sure that it's a straight line. Sometimes there's a tendency to tilt the head. That's not going to help with your posture. Arms are down. Relax your shoulder blades. You pull your navel to your spine like we just did, and you do what's called a pelvic tuck. That means that your hip bones go up towards your chest. You squeeze your glutes, you lift up. You come back down, upper back, middle back, and then lower back, so you release that pelvic tuck. So it's a curl, a lift up, and a back down. Trying to as best as I can. So this curl, lift up, lower back, and back down. I'm gonna lift this up kind of so you can see my hips really well. So pull this in, flatten the back, lift up, squeeze your glutes, upper back, middle back, and then lower back, release the pelvic curl. Keep it going, let's keep it up. Make sure you're pushing into your feet evenly. If this is hurting through your knees, you might want to walk out about 2-3 inches. Maybe that's going to help. Move the thighs away from the head when you come up through the bridge. Let's do 2 more. Here we go. 2, up, squeeze, shoulders are relaxed. Good. 1 more right here. Up and squeeze. And release. Great. You're going to roll over to the side and lift it up. Great. We've got 2 more, so stick with me. 1 uses the block and the blanket again in that same position. So if you thought the first one was getting weird, this one gets a little bit weirder. So you're going to place the block. I'm going to get a little here so you can see better. And place the blanket over it again. Again, I place the blanket because it feels better on my hip bones. You don't have to do that. Pillows, you probably don't need it. So again, hip bones on the very edge. Now, this one, your arms are in front of you. So this is what's called a cobra push-up. Again, my hip bones are right where they were when I started to try to release your stomach. Now what you're doing is you're just going to pull your elbows back and you straighten, shoulder blades go down the back. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes. I'm saying that 3 times so you really do it. Exhale, back down. We're going to do this 5 more times. So squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone, inhale. And exhale. So just like we did that scooping with the core, when the block was in between your thighs, do that again. So push down, scoop your core, Inhale, you're opening up your heart. Maybe you can go further, and exhale. Good, I'm gonna put my hands even closer. Inhale. Squeeze your glutes, and exhale. The reason I say that is it protects your lower back. You might feel this a little bit in your lower back, but great. And one more time, inhale. Exhaling, good. Take it off and back. You can just move the block away. The last thing we do after doing that is just another little core strengthener. So head, tailbone, straight line. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift the knees. Release the knees. That's all we're doing. Just 2 more. Exhale, lift the knees. Nothing else moves. Inhale, release. Exhale. And inhale. Awesome. I have one additional bonus. It's really simple, and you're standing up. Here we are, standing up. You really don't need to see below my waist. What's really important are just my hands. So I'm gonna externally rotate my palms, and then I'm just gonna release. I'm gonna do that 3 more times. So all I'm doing is just externally rotating, opening up. Inhale and exhale. When I say release, you just let that go. You don't internally rotate. So externally rotate. Release. 1 more time. External rotation. Do it on the inhale and then exhale, release. Good. That's a simple thing you can do anytime. Those 5, 4 external rotations. Great. Thank you.